welcome to Monday's Keto Moments. I'm filming out on my front porch, so the lighting's not the best, but you can't battle with Mother Nature, and my porch lights just aren't strong enough. So I'll be a little dark, it's all right. What I wanted to talk about today was something that I personally feel I have no business talking about. Somebody had asked me to film a video on kids on keto, but I don't have any natural born children, and all of my boys are already grown, so it's their choice if they are on the ketogenic diet or not. One wavers back and forth. Of course, the one that's wavering back and forth is relatively lean. I mean, he's at points even borders underweight for his height, which is well over 6 feet. And then my other one's not, but he's such a hard worker. I mean, he works on a farm and he's out every day doing physical, manual labor. He's thin. I mean, there doesn't have an ounce of fat on his body. So, it's not up to me to tell my grown boys whether they're going to eat keto or not. And seeing as I don't have any children in the home, constant, it's not something that I can really feel comfortable speaking on to tell a parent, you should be doing this or you should be doing that. Being a parent's hard. Raising children today in this world is very, very difficult. So for me to give advice when I'm not in that same situation is very inappropriate. And if I was a parent, I'd be like, how dare she tell me anything? She doesn't even have kids. So, yeah. But let's say that I did get pregnant today and I had babies in the home. From that perspective, yes, my babies would be keto or very low carb. Now, do I feel like I should cut them to the degree that I have cut my own diet? Absolutely not. Children are growing. They have a lot more nutritional needs than we do. They're still growing and developing. So I would not want to cut them in any way, shape, or form that would affect their development. Now, I would feel like I would need to go and do my research on kids' nutritional needs compared to an adult. They have different caloric needs, different nutritional needs, and I would want to do all of that, do my own research before I put them on any type of diet. Now, do I believe a low-carb, a ketogenic diet is better than the standard American diet for anybody? Yes, even children. But I wouldn't nitpick their diet either, because I'd be afraid that that's how you create eating disorders. I would have a certain diet that I fed in my home, and that's what we'd stick to. They would eat what I put on the table. But I would not nitpick or try to control their diet when they were going to a friend's house or when they got invited to a birthday party. I would let them indulge in that stuff. I wouldn't want to single them out or make them feel different in any way, because I would be afraid that that would spur an eating disorder. I wouldn't want certain foods to seem bad, because again, when you make things bad, you make them a temptation, and they would be curious and they would want it. I would pack their bucket every day to send them to school, but if they happen to get a cookie throughout the day or the teacher brought something special in, I wouldn't deny them that. And I would think they would probably be in ketosis 90% of the time. So I would think on those instances, when they ate the junk, they would be kicked. They would feel horrible afterwards. They would start on their own without me harping on it, if I'm leading by example, but not harping on their diets. They would start to correlate. Boy, every time I eat this type of stuff, I get sick. I don't feel good. I don't like this ick. And they would correlate that. And they would eventually just naturally start to pull themselves away from it just because of how they felt every time they got kicked. I would think, that's how it would happen. But again, I don't have children, so I'm talking out my butt. I don't have a right to advise parents who already have children of what they're doing and how they should be raising their kids. all I can tell you is if you decide to put your child on a ketogenic diet, please do your research. Make sure you're covering their nutritional needs. As adults, we don't need fruit, but I honestly think kids should have some in their diet. Um, I think we should make sure they're covering all their bases with nutrition. Now, do they need bread? No. Do they need cookies, cakes, candies? No. Do they need a lollipop? No. Ice cream? No. But they do need dairy. Of course, that's part of keto, but I think early kids need milk. I know there's a cutoff for milk, but I don't have children. I don't know where that cutoff's at. So I wouldn't want to deny them milk. I'd be very careful putting your kids on keto. Put them on a very strict diet when it comes to sugar, sweets, candies, cakes, all that good stuff. But make sure you're covering their nutritional bases when you're wanting to put them on a nice healthy diet. Remember, they're not metabolically damaged like we are. They don't need to go to such an extreme to get the same results. And make sure they have an active life. Let them play in that yard instead of sitting there in front of a TV all the time. Don't use social media, tablets, devices, phones, and TV as a babysitter for your children. That's where we as Americans have went wrong. We have let electronics become the babysitter because they make life easier. And yeah, I know I don't have kids and I'm talking out my ass, but I see it every day. I see it every day. And yeah, that is where we need to step up and change things. And maybe they wouldn't need to be worrying about their diet so much if we had more active children. But that's where my opinion is, and I know I really have no right to give it. And I'm sorry, I'm sure this video is not exactly what you were wanting when you asked for it, but it's the best I can offer. Do your research, check your nutrition, check your calories of where children need to be at each stage of development, and develop a diet plan, a nutritional plan that covers all their bases without putting in the sugar and the grains. But let them have all their veggies and their fruits and their meats, their dairy. Just cut out the ick. Alrighty, guys. I'm sorry. You guys have a wonderful Monday and blessings.